And we're live. Today we're just going to go over some crypto news. We're going to take a look at what other YouTube content creators in the crypto niche are going over and whatever other questions you may have. Today we're joined again by Josh. And Josh, how are you doing today?
Doing well. It's good to be back. Thank you for having me again. Love
Awesome.
to
Yeah.
be.
Always a fun time when we can go over different crypto stuff, maybe talk a little shit. Maybe, who knows what's going to happen here? Who knows?
You never know
But
what's gonna happen on the show.
Today you told me about a video like for a channel I'm not following. You told me about Miles Deutscher and how he's sad that he's a millionaire. And you know what? That made me feel like shit. I'm like, oh fuck this guy. Oh shit.
If
This
he's
guy wants
sad,
us
then
to feel sorry for this guy?
yeah,
Oh man, hell no.
exactly. If he's sad with
Yeah.
millions of dollars, then I guess you should feel terrible. You should be
Yeah,
depressed.
look, it broke me. The dark truth of becoming a crypto millionaire at 23. Feel sorry for me, guys. I'm living on the beach and living my best life right now, but I'm
Pain,
sad.
pain, just pain on pain. Did you get a chance to
Yeah,
watch that video?
I can't. I skimmed through it.
Okay, couldn't do
I
it.
couldn't watch it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't
Couldn't
watch
do
the
it.
whole thing. If you want to give us a TLDR,
I
so we
didn't
don't have to
watch it.
watch it. Oh, it's
I
a
didn't watch
tough
it either.
watch.
I
Yeah,
saw the intro. I just watched the intro. I didn't actually finish watching it. That's
yeah,
tough. That's tough.
yeah,
Yeah, just wasn't me. It wasn't my thing. So I clicked off.
yeah. That's a fair point because what are we gonna get out from that? We're either gonna feel bad for him or we're gonna hate him. We're gonna just envy him. So I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy him per se, but I just know the hustle. So anything kind of
Yeah,
like that is like, you definitely have to be. I know I'm big on gratitude. I know there's a big opportunity in crypto, big opportunity to change your life and make life changing wealth. And when you do get that, you better be grateful, of course, and you better enjoy it to the fullest. So I don't like to listen to like rich people sulk. You feel me?
yeah,
Super first world problems. So definitely be grateful. So that's why I don't really like to watch things like that. That's
yeah. And
just
he
me.
tells us. I guess it seems like he tells the story in a couple of videos
Yeah.
right here. How I became a crypto millionaire in my 20s. My full story from 5K to 10 million. And was that completely honest? I don't know if he told the full story, but no, it was not. I'm sure there's a few Zach XPT threads on Miles, if there is, but I know he was involved in a couple shady projects and he got a lot of heat for it before he left Crypto Banter.
Well, yes, KOL lifestyle, especially when you are a hungry KOL, willing to
Mhm,
take any kind of deal. Maybe you don't do deep due diligence on projects. KOLs know that the number one way for them to earn money is through sponsorships, through deals,
mhm.
through paid shows. On top of that, potentially an opportunity to double dip on their own community by selling what they're pushing. Not saying that was exactly how he got rich, but as you mentioned, there had been some cases that he had been floating around or involved with. I know there was that one Bitcoin layer 2
Yeah,
uh,
some Sats, some
meltdown.
Satoshi thing. Yeah, I forgot
Satoshi
what it
VM,
was.
Satoshi VM or Savum,
Yeah,
different
yeah,
things
that's what it
like
was.
that. Yeah, Savum. So yeah, I always find that interesting. You got to be careful with these KOLs. Don't listen to everything you hear on YouTube. But one thing I do like, not like, but one thing that you will see is, some KOLs will provide some really good value.
Mhm.
But then they'll mix in the good with the bad. They'll drop some alpha, some actual like decent market analysis, some charting, and then in a few videos later, maybe they throw you an obscure looking coin where clearly they probably got paid for that
Yeah,
exposure, and you
uh,
don't know to what degree that they're involved with, and if they're gonna dump on you and just different things like that. If the project legit, so always.
absolutely. If you missed our stream yesterday, we went pretty deep on that. So it's
Yeah.
a fun watch. I think you should watch it if you missed the one yesterday. Thumbnail is terrible, but if you look at the thumbnails for Miles, they're pretty good. They promise you turn $100 into 16,000, into 11,000, into 18,000. So that is his strategy of bringing in new users and bringing them into his community and getting that following, which can become pretty valuable. You really just have to lie to people. Like we know you're probably not going to make that much in airdrops with $100, but that's the clickbait side of things.
Yeah, clickbait is huge when it comes to content, as you know. Just trying to get users to just even click on the video and watch. Different things could be a little bit misleading if you're not
Mhm.
seasoned in crypto. So definitely got to watch out for these KOLs, especially when they're
Yeah,
promising millions of
and,
dollars.
and I feel the word clickbait is very generous for the word lying, just straight up lying, because we know that's not good. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, on top of that, they could be compensated for some of the content in those videos to get you to watch. So always know the game. And to me, everything kind of goes from the top down, right? Of course, you have probably VCs or teams at the top. Then right after that, you got the KOLs, and then you have the rest of the community, right? So that's kind of like the hierarchy a lot of the times of token distribution, of wealth distribution when it comes to a crypto project, right? That is in, like, let's say, community based or distributed widely among the community, right? So it's always something to keep in mind. There's that hierarchy, and know to which degree the KOL is involved, right? Is it a genuine? Is it a genuine?
And that's not going to be transparent. Sometimes
No.
you could tell, but for the most part, it's not going to be transparent.
Shout out to the few KOLs that do say, hey, this is a sponsored piece, such as Coinsider, Kevin from Coinsider, Full Value Dan, a few KOLs I see that actually, when they are taking on a deal, will state clearly that it is a sponsored piece, but also give grounds as to why they took that sponsorship and why they think the project is good. Now I'm like, okay, they're being honest. Let me hear about the project, right?
Yeah.
And the KOLs that you see really kind of skipping those obscure deals, because I'm sure you get some scammy deals or some memes in your inbox that you just ignore.
I skip all of them. Yeah.
All of them. So the same KOLs I mentioned, green flag for me is you actually see them really taking on really only reputable projects. Like I saw you took on something from Arbitrum, right? Arbitrum is here to stay. Kevin, he works with things like Kraken. I see you doing a lot of sweet stuff, right? So these are highly reputable projects that you can actually get behind, rather than, oh, today I got dink doink, and not even telling the community that it's a paid piece.
But I'll tell you, the scammy ones pay an outrageous amount of money, like an outrageous amount. So I'm staying poor, but I can live with how I stayed poor. I can live with that, so that's fine.
You keep your soul. You keep your soul, and that's the thing. And that you're not maliciously gaining. So you have to ask yourself, and don't feel down about yourself. So you guys in the community that see these KOLs flexing on you, like, oh, I'm so sad I have 8 figures in the bank.
I'm so rich.
Don't feel so bad, because a lot of the times
you make that video.
Yeah. So you gotta know that some of it, for some of them, are ill-gotten gains. Definitely. Because when money's on the table, most people, they won't say no. A lot of people are greedy, right?
Yes.
So just keep that in mind.
All right, let's take a moment to go over some of the chat. So hello to Landry and Pablo. Landry has a question. Is Send from Sweeland still a good option as for investment? So Send is the token of Sweeland, a DeFi lending protocol on the Sui blockchain. Now, it hasn't performed well. It just has been pretty much down since its launch. It's kind of found its bottom, and they've been launching new products, but the token hasn't got that much attention yet. So we don't really know if Sui sees an alt season where a lot more people are diving into the ecosystem. Then it can turn into something, because people are looking for exposure to that token, and that's what drives the price the most. But for the most part, what they're doing isn't necessarily going to make enough moves to drive value to the token by itself. So, whenever we're in a DeFi platform that doesn't have that initial token demand, the price is just going to continue to go down. But in a bull market, in an emerging ecosystem, everything's going to pump. So it's kind of like if you're investing in Send, you're betting that attention is going to go into the Sui ecosystem.
Well said. And that's the sort of rising tide that lifts ships when an ecosystem is really catching a bit and really getting hot and getting hyped. So if you have conviction in Sui, then you have conviction in something like Sweeland, things like Walrus, things underneath that could potentially even go further than Sui as far as percentage returns, right?
Right.
being smaller market cap projects than the entire network. So I like that pick as well, personally.
And I believe, like, Sui just launched Ika.
Yep.
I didn't check the price. I didn't see how they're doing. I'm gonna take a quick look
Oh
at
yeah,
their
let's
launch.
pull that up. We were talking about that.
Perps
I
aren't
have an
open yet.
airdrop.
Just
I
a
don't
heads
really-
up. Perps are not open yet.
Ah.
So I was just looking at the futures in BitGet. That's kind of what I use. You can see right now, I'm doing all right. I don't make like big bets, but I'm shorting Zora and Vine right now, which are pretty positive at like 30% and 77%. I'm just like, just eating a little bit during this dip.
Nice. Yes,
There's some things I believe are gonna dip anyway, so that's fine.
as you should, right? As you should.
Yes.
In my opinion, take advantage of the market opportunities that the market shows. I like those picks there. Ika, do we have it? Are perps aren't open? You said, right?
They are not open yet. So yeah,
Ooh.
I mean, it hasn't dipped yet, because once perps open up, then anything can really happen. So I think people are. Oh, go ahead.
Pardon me. From pre-market to now, it definitely has taken quite a dip.
What was it pre-market?
Pre-market, we saw highs of like 8-9 cents. And there was people who were actually drinking Kool-Aid up there, and actually being active on the pre-market and buying it above 5 cents. So I know 3 cents is definitely towards the low side for what a lot of price predictors were saying and a lot of the bulls there. So that's something that's interesting. I don't remember exactly how much the pre-sale itself sold at, but I think it's right around there. So yeah, like, would I short at these levels? Probably not.
I'll wait and see. We got to see what that momentum looks like.
Exactly. And then once perps open up, we'll see where it's at from there. But definitely, if it was at 8-9 cents, I was looking to short, but it is what it is. Hopefully they find like a good, I guess, floor price around 3 cents, and I want them to do well. But yeah, and one thing to also note is that it's an M drop, so users aren't getting their full allocation up front. So you wouldn't actually get the full brunt of that initial dip, right? Because users aren't able to offload all of them. And there's also a psychology with that, where a lot of users that may have just dumped right away if they had access to the full allocation won't, right? So they did that to mitigate sell pressure. And I believe that it's already launching towards the lower side of the range that it was trading at pre-market. So for that reason, I will be either shorting undersized amount or not at all, to be honest with you, and looking for the next one. There's lots of airdrops coming up.
I think the market cap's like not too bad for what it is right now. So we'll have to see what the rest of the market actually thinks about it. I was researching what you could do with it. They mentioned it on their Twitter. They had a few different applications open where you could do things on other blockchains through these other protocols, and Ika is kind of the in-between aggregator. But it's still not quite there yet. Like, it's still not at the point where you think it can do all this stuff, but it can't. I just got distracted right now. Trevin versus Gaming. Enter your shipping address for Sweet Play. So looks like if you did order early, they're giving out Sweet Play cases.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Okay. I got to check my email. I got two.
Oh no, I meant the cases. I meant a case.
Oh, I got to check my email. I didn't check it yet. I'll check it after this.
You're gonna get double the cases as well, probably.
Yeah, because he said he ordered 10, and right now he has like 18 cases. Oh no, 9 cases. He ordered 9. Sorry. Yeah,
that's
9 Sweet Plays. He really should do a community giveaway. He's not playing 9 Sweet Plays.
Can users out there still buy a Sweet Play? Order one?
I think it's on the secondary market. So I just got an email right now. They sent it about a little less than an hour ago. Maybe I should do a giveaway. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Because I only need one.
You only need one? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I only need one. I don't think my wife is gonna play it. We have a Nintendo Switch too. But the NFT is non-transferable. It's a soulbound NFT. So it's like with my email address already.
Okay, but you were able to at least get 2 of the NFTs for each sweet play. Okay, nice. So
Yeah.
now you don't need both units. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay,
I was like, it's
nice.
either a giveaway to Josh or to the community. So let us know which one you guys
Hey.
want.
Vote down
Josh
below.
on all
Let me
his
know.
alts. Josh on all
Yeah,
his
let me
alts.
know.
Yeah.
Let me know. If you guys vote for me, I promise to beat Dan online during stream for one of the popping games that come out for sweet
He
play.
probably will, because I don't play too many games. I'm
We're the
a
competitive
very cozy
spirit, man.
gamer. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, I don't know how you're gonna beat me at Animal Crossing. We're just hanging out.
Very safe. Maybe they're gonna have some sort of Smash Bros iteration, like some sort of off-brand Smash Bros, bootleg Smash Bros.
They should do that. That would be good. And it's just like NFT fighters.
Exactly. Every so often, there's a game that tries to dethrone Smash Bros. It never happens. All these different platform fighters, nothing ever comes close. But I'm sure there's going to be some sort of like Brawlhalla. I'm not sure if you play Brawlhalla or a few of these other games that try to sort of compete with Smash Bros. There's that one with like LeBron James and like those characters. But yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. If I get the sweet play, I'll take on Dan during stream. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll play something. All right, thoughts on Rhinus? Heard they're doing virtual GPU sales. I've not heard of that one. Are you familiar, Josh?
I am not familiar with that. Virtual GPU sales.
I'm hopping into X and let's take a look. Own the future of computing. Mint your virtual GPU built on Solana. 45,000 followers. One person I know following them. I don't know about this. With a community that large and ecosystem this big, they're not followed by anyone from the Solana Foundation or any other teams on Solana. It's a little sus to me, you know?
Yes, honestly, mutual followers are one of the first big criteria that I look at for a project. Like off the rip.
Yeah.
It just gives a layer of reputability to only have one, and you're following a lot of the most prominent crypto people. So that's the one thing.
And it went live 3 hours ago. Nah, AJ, stop playing this game. I know what you're doing here.
Are you the founder of Rhinus, AJ?
No one buy that shit.
Are you the founder of Rhinus?
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Only that's the one thing that's tough sometimes. You know, we're gonna look up the projects that are in the comments, and sometimes they may not be legit. So that's one that so you guys know we'd steer clear of completely.
Yeah. So we're gonna call it out if that happens.
Yeah. 3 hours ago?
Yeah, 3 hours ago. I'm like, all right, let's find some live streams.
Nah.
Yeah. That's not poor. I was like, oh, I make some critical mistakes. Like I made some big mistakes this year. I made a big bet on AI that did not turn out well. And I lost my stack early during the election because I bet big on Kamala because people weren't showing up to Trump's rallies. Like there was he was talking about Arnold Palmer's dick in some of his speeches, and I'm like, this guy's losing it. Like they were showing him on Fox News where he potentially pooped the couch and they put a towel over it. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna vote for him, and he became president. So I put a big bet. Like I bet a lot, way too much on it.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. I guess it was looking good for her at one point, but he's always been crazy. And people love him. Like people love him for that. Surprisingly enough, don't forget about all the crazy things he did on his first term, even during his first rallying campaign, and was still able to win. Like he just finds a way to just beat the odds. Sorry for your loss, man. Sorry for your loss.
It was So I'm not doing as well as I thought because it's a sure thing, and I was like, I lost so much money.
No crying in the casino, they say.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, gotta make it all back because I gotta start building back up.
Make it all back in one trade, one good play, and
or just take time. Yeah, we take our time. We'll build up a lot of small wins. Works too, and we'll all get there.
We will get there.
Ika's utility. I don't know about Ika's utility yet because there isn't quite enough demand for the token yet. So we'll have to wait and see how that is.
One of their main things that they're saying is bringing Bitcoin onto Sui. So that's sort of like their general utility promise, a value proposition, bringing native Bitcoin on Sui and using that with different dApps and protocols. So we'll see what happens with that.
So there's a few that kind of do that already. There's Lombard Finance, and you could lock your token up and then get like LBTC. There's Wrap BTC, XBTC. So
Right.
we'll have to wait and see how much demand there is for Ika. You don't want to be too early to this. You can always catch the trend. So I wouldn't put my foot on the pedal. Not yet.
Yes, honestly, there was a lot of hype around its launch because it was used by USD1, first project to raise using USD1, partnering with World Liberty Fi to do that, and they were oversubscribed, and there's a lot of buzz around them. But they are actually trading lower than the pre-market, which is interesting. So a lot of the times when something is oversubscribed and a lot of users get in, you want to still make sure there's still buy pressure on the other side after these sales, after these TGEs are done. Otherwise, right, we're going to trade sideways. Who's left to buy, or who bullish is left, at least for that post-launch, that immediately after TGE sort of rally, you're going to need buy pressure. So I feel like a lot of people either got the airdrop or got into the pre-sale.
Yeah, and USD1 by World Liberty Finance depegged today. Any thoughts on that?
That's interesting because it depegged to the upside during the Ika sale. So maybe that was just some extra volatility there. It's like if you look at the chart, you can see those like green spikes before this one. I feel like that's interesting. Maybe something to do with post sale because there was like millions of dollars in interest in committed USD1. So maybe when those refunds went back and people were swapping out of it, that probably caused like a cascade or for it to depeg. That's what I think happened there.
Yeah, honestly, there's no reason to be early to a stable coin. There's a lot of existing DeFi products where you can still get a lot of yield. So I want to be too early to USD1.
Yeah, exactly. And so for the Ika pre-sale, you committed a certain amount, but you only got a little bit actually in to buy tokens, and they give you a refund of the USD1. So my colleague actually put about $4,300 and was one of the first people to deposit, but got a refund of like $4,200, like 42 something, like only $80 got in out of 4,000 committed and being super early. So most people didn't get like a very big buyer allocation, and then have that big refund in USD1, and then of course he's going to swap that out to withdraw it, right? So I think that's what caused the depeg.
All right, we got another question from Landry here. Is Aptos a good investment? I am bullish on Sui, but Aptos depth is very tempting, and I do love DeFi investments. Whenever you say is a good investment, that's always tough to say. We want to look at momentum, what they're building. I know Aptos is more focused on acquiring traditional finance money. They're trying to build out the infrastructure for that, but it's still hard to tell if that's going to pick up steam. So I can't give you a certain answer because I don't know that much about Aptos and I'm not involved in their community, but sentiment drives price the most. So if you think things start picking up, it might be something to be worth looking at.
I prefer Sui to Aptos if I had to choose one between the two. I guess it doesn't hurt to have exposure in both, but I would rather have I'd rather have Sui than Aptos personally because I like their community presence a lot more. I like their focus on UX a lot more. Keep in mind, these are both using the same programming language, the Move programming language. And between the two heavyweights for Move, I definitely go Sui for everything that they do to make the user experience better, a lot more accessible, a lot faster. I love what they do with events. I love what they do with onboarding. And I feel like that has a lot more legs than Aptos personally, and that's why I kind of haven't really been paying as much attention to Aptos because I think Sui's doing a better job with the tech, in my opinion.
Yeah, same here. I'm and they have that proven track record where they continue to go up. The ecosystem continues growing. They were ranked 11th this week in the top coins by market cap. So that growth is there. They have a proven track record, and I'm going to stick with that momentum.
100%. The trend is your friend, and I don't think that I don't see that momentum shaking or them losing market share to Aptos anytime soon. Again, just because of that community edge that they focus on.
Absolutely. All right, Ayush, what's the best cryptocurrency which comes from airdrops like WorldCoin? So that is a good question. Maybe it's time for me to make some videos, turn $100 into $18,000, or realistically turn $100 into $120.
Yeah, hopefully not turn $100 into $15 because that
Yeah,
happens as well. Even
that
even with
does
some
happen.
airdrop farming, that definitely does happen more often than not. And even some of these projects that you might see with these crazy headlines could do that to your wallet. So definitely move diligently.
Honestly, Josh, you are the airdrop guy. Just steal that thumbnail. Just steal that thumbnail. Put your
Yeah.
face right over it. Don't even change the skin color for the neck and the hand. Just put your face
You
right
just put my
over it.
face on that.
Yeah,
I think
just
that'll be
that.
good. I have some stuff for that.
I think of
I
a
have some,
cook. They see that. It's like, is that okay? Let's find this.
hold on,
Let's
what?
find out.
Let's
Yeah,
see. Yeah, let's see what this is about, and then
yeah,
I'll actually spit some airdrop knowledge. That's pretty funny.
absolutely. So
So that's
you
funny.
check out Josh's channel. Links are in the description. He's gonna have some airdrops soon. If you're following him on X, he's already posting there.
That's right. I do a lot of airdrop stuff. I've been covering airdrops for a while. And to answer his question, he said, what was it again? Oh, I see you took it off the screen. My bad.
Yeah,
What's the
like
best
WorldCoin.
cryptocurrency? What
Yeah.
so basically what's the best airdrop coming out to deliver big? Like I guess some people ate big on WorldCoin. I wasn't actually in WorldCoin for the airdrop. I'm not sure how that one was. I know you could have scanned your eyeballs. I'm not sure if people made
Yeah, I
like
scanned my
thousands of
eyes. I
dollars.
got like $60, $30 like upfront. So I was like, all right, not bad, not bad. I think their
Not
app
bad.
is pretty good actually.
Oh, that's cool. But there definitely are some bigger airdrops out there. Definitely check out my Twitter. You can see just down here. I'm covering some of my favorite picks over the next couple of days and weeks. A lot of these snapshots are coming out in
Ooh.
August, so coming very soon. A lot of TGEs coming in August as well. A few of the ones that I like that I'm looking at is Praxis Nation. We've talked about that on
Yeah.
the channel a few times. I think they're interesting because they're trying to build a city. They've raised over $500 million, and they have Sam Altman, the creator of WorldCoin. It seems like you're a fan of WorldCoin. He's an investor, one of the bigger investors in Praxis Nation. And a lot of builders are talking about this. They're trying to literally build IRL crypto community, crypto city, or crypto neighborhood, and putting a lot into that. So I think that's just a very interesting one. And
Yeah.
the citizens could probably make a decent amount from the airdrop.
Yeah, I gotta follow up with the Say guy, Owen, that we
Yeah.
interviewed. And like, let's see if we can do some stuff with Say, because he knows like what's going on in the ecosystem. And he was kind of hinting at some stuff there. And
Yeah.
secondly, the more important thing, he knows people from Praxis Nation. We gotta get an interview with those guys.
100%, and most importantly, too, we need our citizenship cards because I didn't even know that was
Yes.
the thing. Once you reach the top level, I guess, of the farming, you get your citizenship
Yeah, I thought it was
card.
gonna
That's
be like a
probably
digital thing. Like, no, this is a physical card.
yeah, and that's probably going to get the lion's share, I would say. Another one, of course, OpenSea. I'm not sure if you were trading NFTs back in 2021, 2022, but OpenSea does have a airdrop campaign going on right now. That's another one I'm watching closely because, of course, OpenSea has made so much money since their inception and are one of the biggest NFT platforms. NFTs are about to make a comeback. They're going to launch the C token very soon. And that's another airdrop I'm watching real close. And then I'll just throw an honorable mention in Anoma. Anoma
What's
is another
Anoma?
one. So Anoma, they actually were facing a little bit of backlash for this. They were saying they copied Succinct playbook as far as
I also don't know succinct.
oh, you're not following Succinct. I guess
No.
that's an airdrop hunter thing. You always see a lot of these
Mhm.
pre-launch projects that have a lot of hype. I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. But you have Succinct. Pretty much, they had just a very gated airdrop farming experience or getting into the community early. I'm just pulling up my Twitter here. So they got a lot of, I guess, backlash. They're saying they were just kind of just copying them. However, Anoma still raised quite a bag. I'm just making sure I'm accurate. I'm pulling up the tweets. Pardon the delay.
No worries. Do you know like an estimate of how much they raised? I'm checking Grok right now. Was it 60 million?
I thought
by Polychain?
I thought even more than that. I thought even more than that. I thought even more than that, but great community hype, great community momentum. Basically, they're a privacy layer. I know they're doing a bunch of different things. They have a point system going on right now, and just the community buzz is like a little bit cultish, which I like to see. And I like their design. I like the design, and the UX is pretty nice. So I'm thinking a
Okay.
node potentially cook. There was a point system on testnet, so it was free to farm, and that's just one I've been watching closely. And one a lot of my fellow airdrop hunters that I really respect are also watching close. So that was part of my thesis there.
All right. Yeah, definitely check that out. Any investment, or it's just like participate to earn?
Participate.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. So go ahead, get involved, build the wallet history, and position yourself.
Yeah, and if you don't know that, maybe we'll do that in another live stream. So feel free to like and subscribe to our channels just to give that extra encouragement for us to actually do that.
100%, and it helps spread the content to other crypto users out there, other farmers out there looking to learn some alpha and gain some value. So
absolutely,
spread the love. We win together. We eat together.
Yes. All right, we got another question from Kumar. Have you heard of a crypto called Botify Cloud? I feel like it might be a 5 to 10x coin, but I can't find anything on the team. So let's take a look. I brought up their X. Building and selling AI agents has never been easier. So we now know it's an AI agent marketplace. Botify is the Shopify of crypto AI agents. On-chain, no code, automate everything. Disrupt. All right. So
that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. So the chart's not great. We also have a friend who's building something too, VRAM, but the timing is terrible because there's two products that came out recently that kind of eliminate this. One of which is Opal with Google. So it builds a mini app for you. You know, Ooh. It can do research. This launched just this week. So it's kind of like N8N or Make.com where it does all these different inputs for you, and it's fantastic. So it does a lot, and I think it's free in the test phase, or if you have the Google Premium account. So it's going to be hard for Web3 to compete with this, to be honest.
I was going to say, have you tested out Opal? Have you used it yet? Have you built an app? I know you like to vibe code and tinker and build stuff. So
yeah, not yet. It does work, but you have to have a VPN to the United States, and you need a premium Google account. Now, I'm going to share something that is a little early stages, but I'm going to bring this up. This is ChatGPT's agent mode. So if you can see here, it says agent. And with this, it does a lot of things for you. So I wanted to scrape the data of the Azukis. I was like, all right, I wonder if I could scrape that with this agent because there's no tools to really do that. So it did that. I was like, hey, go to this website, scrape all the traits and images and make it into a JSON file and provide me all the links. And it did that. So yeah, you just give it a task. Pieces. And this is what the premium ChatGPT. So anyone with premium ChatGPT can do this right now.
What? That's insane. Yeah. Thanks to you, I actually have premium ChatGPT to use. So you're able to extract all the different pieces and have them separately into a JSON file?
Well, the images are layered already, so you're not having all those layers. It's like just the full complete image. But you can scrape the traits too. So you can train an AI model to understand like what the different layers are, or use this for inspiration and remix it into something else.
That's really, really dope. I'm sure it might even have the ability at this point to be able to get the different pieces, which I think would be pretty cool, or even mix and match them to sort of remix, or maybe combine a few different collections, or do some different things, or throw in some of your assets and do some stuff there, right? Or maybe overall just keep them as they are, but then change how they are, like as we teased the homeless versions, the down bad versions. Right. So
that's exactly why I was like playing around with this. So, you know, we got stuff cooking, but I'm like here and there. I like testing things out.
Yes, 100%. That's really dope. Good to know. That's some real alpha there. If any of you are into building or want to try your hand at doing stuff. So it's good. The more you know, there's lots of tools now for vibe coding that are really crazy.
So to be honest, with Botify making this AI agent marketplace, I think it's not going to get any demand just because like these big companies keep making better and freer products where you won't really need to pay for anything like this.
Yeah, and there's no token for those other ones, right?
So I would be careful with that. Just in my humble opinion, because I use a lot of different AI.
Yeah, fair to say. As do I. As do I. Okay, but yeah, same thing. I wouldn't be touching that, and even the one we mentioned, VRAM, seems they've pivoted away from that. Maybe they've come to grips with that. That there's just more and more free AI from the heavyweights of tech that are dropping. That kind of just make those projects kind of obsolete, in my opinion. I now see VRAM doing things like gaming. They're doing things like, I think they're trying to drop add some other features.
I'm glad they pivoted because you always have to pivot if like the market conditions change, which they did.
Yeah, like Kevin O'Leary says, I'm not sure if you like to watch Shark Tank, one of my favorite shows growing up. Kevin O'Leary says, when it's not working, you got to know when to take it behind the barn and shoot it, right? You got to take it behind the barn and shoot it. A lot of projects should have done that before even going live and ended up dying. But so you got to pivot. Are you going to compete with OpenAI? Are you going to compete with Google? You have to ask yourself that. Will that token get demand?
Yeah, this small team of like 3 people, you think they can do something better than ChatGPT, better than Google? Like, it's going to be tough.
It's a long shot. This is a shot in the dark, to say the least. So, yeah, I like to look for more novel things, more things that are like unique, or that really make sense for the blockchain to be on the blockchain, than something that's like maybe not even a better version of something that already exists, right? So that's, you got kind of got to left curve it with that one.
Absolutely. So we kind of caught up with comments. Let's go into some news or look at some other crypto channels. I thought this was one of the funniest headlines just because of the name. Crypto lender Abra pauses withdrawals as dozens of customers fear their funds are gone. Abracadabra. Yeah, like, that's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, abracadabra, your funds are
I was
gone.
like, fuck, I got you guys.
Oh,
you knew it was coming. Rug was coming with that name.
That sounds like a Celsius sort of situation going on there. I didn't know that was happening. Never actually heard of Abra, but it seems like the founder went abracadabra on his community.
He did. Yeah, it was like, now you see it, now you don't.
No. Do you know what happened there? The source of that meltdown or the freezing of withdrawals?
So it says here, because I haven't read it. I only read the headline. It's like, okay, that's a good joke there. So customers say they have been unable to access funds since June. The platform's claims to manage more than $700 million. Abra refunded $82 million to customers in 2024 after U.S. states probed the lender. So, it looks like they did unsecured lending. Same situation with FTX and BlockFi. And it's not looking good for them.
And all these different ones. 3 Hours Capital. I still see 3 Arrows aping into early projects, which is interesting. But
he's still aping. He's like trying to make it back.
Yeah, he is. And then his partners, he still disappeared.
Well, I think were there 3 of them or 2 of them?
There was 2 of them. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think they're both in Taiwan.
Oh, they're both okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of the crypto supervillains are in Taiwan, I realize. Maki, Big Brother. You have him.
I guess things are good here. Yeah, I gotta like level up my circle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard Maki Big Brother has like a super office, like a super penthouse office, just a dev sweatshop in Taiwan, and they just put out projects and do all kinds of crazy stuff, like the crypto supervillain.
Yeah. That's a dangerous circle to be in, from what I heard. Though. So yeah, gonna avoid that for now.
Those are the circles where those crypto people, you just see them just disappear. So.
Yeah, they're like, Dan, chill the shit. I was like, all right, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. Let's make this video.
Yeah, so definitely tread lightly with those. That's funny. So I'm actually popping over to Grok and seeing what the hottest thing in crypto that has happened in the last 48 hours.
Sure. Let's see. As I didn't see any other too interesting news articles. As Roman Storm mounts his defense, a judge bars self-serving evidence. Inverse Finance snags $2.6 million from DeFi investors to plug bad debt hole. Yeah, I didn't think nothing too interesting happened in real news, but in crypto news, there's always something.
It's never a dull moment in crypto.
Yeah.
So it spat out that in the last 48 hours, several significant developments have heated up the crypto space, including PayPal's crypto expansion. PayPal announced a new feature allowing US merchants to accept payments in over 100 different cryptos, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, USDT, XRP, a few of the most popular ones. I think they just probably went for some just the top 100. They have a fee of 1% or 0.99%, which is 90%
That's
lower
high.
than they claim was 90%, still 90% lower than typical credit card fees, which is
Yeah. Yeah,
but
I
this
guess so.
move, I guess so. But this move integrates crypto wallets like Coinbase and MetaMask, aiming to boost mainstream adoption by simplifying cross-border transactions. What are your thoughts on that?
Sorry, I stopped listening halfway through because I refresh like I was scrolling through the charts and like Ika's down 10% since we last checked it earlier, and I
Oh
was like, oh
no!
man. Then I was
Oh
like, let me
no!
check perps on BitGet. It is not open yet, by the way. So I went to check that while you were talking.
Oh, missed
Yeah,
opportunity in that. We'll see what happens with that.
yeah.
But
So
yeah, PayPal basically,
what's that?
yeah,
10% in 40 minutes?
that's tough. I mean, there's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of volatility around launch.
Hmm.
I guess price discovery. What sucks is when you see price discovery to the downside, when the
Hmm.
market is saying it's overpriced, right? And
Right.
saying I'm happy to sell at these prices. People were speculating over 8 cents. So I think that's really interesting. But PayPal, do you think that this is something that's actually going to drive more crypto volume in practice? Actually, are people actually going to use this? Is it actually going to adopt more people? Do you think, or is it just kind of like a headline?
Maybe. So PayPal has offered crypto for some time. The fees were
Mhm.
pretty high at 0.5% when you buy and sell, and they
Right.
only offered several different cryptocurrencies. And they've had PYUSD, PayPal USD, for over a year now, and it just wasn't really integrated into that many DeFi products. So, the market wasn't really that interested in what they were doing. Of course, PayPal is pretty global. They have a lot of customers, but we'll have to be in a big bull market for those PayPal users to start using their platform. And there's kind of a lot of checks too. They ask for a lot of information from US users if you're going to buy and sell crypto.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of just like something that's like nice to have it implemented, but I don't see it actually being like a huge catalyst like it's maybe being written to be, because as you mentioned, it's that kind of takes away the purpose in a few ways. If you're using crypto
Mhm.
for anonymity or just staying decentralized or staying a little bit off the grid and off of like the records of like the government and things like that, then that kind of misses the point.
Mhm,
But I
mhm.
guess it's another way for you to spend your crypto or use it. I don't see it being something that really moves the needle, but it's a nice feature to have. Like you said, if we're in a raging bull market and like let's say your auntie, your grandma starts using crypto and she wants to send it around or something like that. I
Absolutely.
don't know. I don't see it being too.
So I saw that. I don't watch all these channels. I was just like looking up the top YouTubers, and Crypto Wendy O was talking about big day for XRP and PayPal, XRP stuff,
Right.
and then some of these faces are intense though. Like that's an intense thumbnail face. I that could be edited. That's just way too big. That face is too big.
A little
There's a
scary.
couple scary faces. If you know Crypto, I was like, I don't know why he's so terrifying.
Yeah,
It's too
that's pretty
intense. It
funny.
works though, I
I
guess.
guess
Yeah, he has an audience.
I guess it works. Different ways to pull to get someone to click on the
Hmm. Hmm.
video. I see he's got the private jet video there. He's got the drop top. He's got the Rolls Royce
Yeah,
ceiling, the starlit headliner.
he has his audience. I don't watch him either, but I was like looking up stuff that was popular, so I was like, all right, let's see what people are talking about, seeing if they were like live. No, so it's just latest video is just like
He's up there.
Bitcoin and Ethereum eyes open, so many exclamation points. He loves the
Yeah.
exclamation point. Yeah, that's the most used key on his keyboard.
It looks like he goes for like the more intense sort of
Yeah.
vibe, like just intensive, just
There's an
jarring,
audience
like
for
do
that.
this
Yeah.
now, or
I don't
there
know.
is,
I
there
don't know
is,
if I
there
can pull
is.
that off. I might have to try.
Well, like it's a persona that you stick
Yeah.
to, right? So you're playing a character. I guarantee you, he's not always like
just grumble, grumble,
24/7.
grumble.
But it works. Exactly, it works well for his content.
Just no shirt, just grumble.
Exactly, just going off. So I guess it is the attention economy. Anything a lot of creators will do just to attract attention, I guess they'll do it. So.
Then let's say back to Miles. My exact altcoin buy plan for crypto's next rally. So I guess it's meme coins. There's Pepe, Ethereum, Solana, and a dog. So that might be some meme coin there. We'll have to. That's a long video. Goddamn, 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's wild. I've never seen that dog. That's interesting.
Let's see. We got Mark Davis. Crypto holders, be careful of this. Top 5 crypto meme coins under $1. Oh, that's a terrible video. Like, I know what you're doing here.
Come on, man. He appeals to the normies and a lot of like the new users, Web2 people. I feel like so that's something for them. I know for sure. Even he knows that under $1 means nothing, and we're supposed to be looking at market caps. It doesn't matter if it's under $1. The supply could be like 1 trillion tokens, right? And then of course it's going to be under $1. So that's one thing that a lot of noobs will see is like, oh, smaller price.
It's like, I can buy more coins. Turn $1 into 1 million. Yeah.
If we reach the price of Bitcoin, I'm going to be a trillionaire. You guys don't know anything. I'm buying this token.
I might have to try that. I might do it for fun, but then like, hey, you already fucked up. Here's what this means.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that video would do well too, especially among our new users. So that's one thing too. They say a big way to gauge whether retail is here is just through YouTube engagement, YouTube metrics. During the bear market, people are less likely to search up crypto videos and look for crypto alpha. During the bull market, you see a lot of the top channels starting to get like consistent 100,000 plus views or like 50,000 plus views. And then that's like an indicator of how close we are to being in a bull market and retail really being here. Have you seen a difference in your channel?
Oh, it's terrible. The analytics are not good. It's been on a decline, but I've been monitoring other channels too, other big channels, and even like Coin Bureau, Crypto Banter, the views have kind of just been down over time. And retail is really looking towards short form content like on TikTok, which I really should make more content on.
It seems so. Even on my channel, the shorts are what has been,
your shorts hit though, yeah.
But yeah, that's what has been carrying the views rather than any of the long form stuff. Definitely not the lives. I think maybe something with the algo. I have to get my numbers up more for lives to do well. But shorts have been the bread and butter of growing my channel at all. And I just see more stuff. And just overall content wise, not just crypto, short form content has been just has been exploding, right? It's been taking a lot of the attention from the viewer than long form videos. Easy to digest, it's quick, you get the information fast, and you just kind of move on. Because our attention spans have been shrinking with like TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, right? So I was thinking maybe for the next little bit, I'm actually just going to be a shorts channel and just drop a bunch of shorts, airdrop shorts.
Or just quick commentary. Like a short can be up to 3 minutes on YouTube, I think. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they increased that actually just a few months ago, which is pretty dope.
Could be an opportunity. Is like in 3 minutes, here's what happened in the crypto markets, or like you sum up some of these videos.
Exactly. So stay tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned for that.
So there's Crypto Banter. They do a lot of content, but I was actually surprised by Lark Davis. He does 2 videos a day, just every day, 2 videos. Damn. That's crazy.
Committed.
Yeah. He's grinding. He's grinding.
He's grinding, and he also definitely has a lot of money coming in because I know he has his sort of paid community course sort of deal going on, and I'm sure these videos also drive good numbers for that. I'm sure it's in the description and different things like that. And then just riding that.
We have Crypto Banter, and I found out there's Crypto Banter Plus. Did you know there was a Crypto Banter Plus?
Oh yeah, I knew about Crypto Banter Plus. They have a couple different hosts that go on Banter Plus, and they just add some extra stuff and also funnel more users into their WAP and their paid groups and their different products. But yeah, they've had Banter Plus for a while. I know for a little bit they even tried to do like a reality sort of show on there, like a day in the life and different things like that early on. I don't think that really went crazy, so it seems that they just do crypto alpha from their other.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's like, these guys' lives are boring as hell. They're just sitting in front of the computer the whole day.
Yeah, like you see Rand get up, he drinks like a matcha, he goes to the gym, and
That
just
sounds
like different
terrible.
things
That
like that.
sounds terrible already. Like any good reality
So
show
they
needs
tried to switch
conflict.
it off. Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%. Well, we'll see what happens. Actually, I can't leak too much, but some fun events coming up for us. We'll see what happens there. If there is, some sort of content opportunities that we can
I mean, if you
catch.
guys want to help us brainstorm some content, let us know in the comments. Like, what kind of
Let us know.
crypto content do you want to see, and we'll find out what we can actually make happen.
100%. Do you want to see skits? Do you want to see more deeper, dissection and analysis of some of these KOLs, sort of holding them accountable and just like holding their calls accountable, taking a deep look at that? A few fun ideas that we can do just to bring more value and entertainment.
I noticed like everyone's like 100x, 10x. Everyone's like always bullish on stuff. You don't see too much content on like shorting, and these coins are going to zero. And if you guys want to see that too, because I always have like coins like I'm ready to short or just just have some ready.
100%. Dad's DeFi space says more airdrop alpha. Pretty please. Yeah, definitely. Airdrops are some of my favorite things to cover. I love to talk about airdrops, and I'm a big airdrop hunter. That's a given. Definitely going to be covering them, and I like to cover the results of it, like what it took to farm it, how long it took, how much I ended up spending on it, and how much it actually ended up being worth. Some of them have been really like outsized ROIs, which you love to see. Such as like Layer Zero was one of the ones I got in the past that was crazy ROI. Celestia, Dimension, I just talked about. Although I don't think their season 2 is going to be that good, but if you go down my Twitter, you can kind of see the receipts, a track record of the ones I've farmed and the ones that I've gotten, and it's been a pretty cool journey. And definitely going to do some more airdrop stuff for sure, both on this show and on my
those
channel.
would be some awesome tweets. Now, the truth is, if you want to be a creator that gets a lot of attention, you gotta lie. You gotta lie like crazy. Because for some of the airdrops I've been seeing, people have been doing moon math where it doesn't make any sense. All right, everyone's gonna get $250,000 from this airdrop. Like they put up all these numbers, like, if it's at this FDV, this FDV, this FDV, you might get $250,000 for your $18 you put in this protocol.
Yeah, the moon math is crazy for sure. The airdrop game overall is a lot more saturated than it once was. Like, people are more hyper aware of airdrops. Back in the day, believe it or not, these numbers were actually a reality. And even some airdrops that come out, depending on how you play it and how early you are, still is possible. Of course, it's still like radical for them to say like, oh, you're gonna earn like 80 grand from this airdrop. But an example was back in the day, Stellar Lumens XLM. All you had to do for that one was sign up. I believe even Apto Season 1 was just a Google form. But XLM, Stellar Lumens, if you never sold the airdrop and you held it to the top of that cycle, like 2 cycles ago or last cycle, every single airdrop recipient actually got $400,000, which was one of the biggest airdrops ever. There was another one, Wormhole. If you had a Mad Lads, everyone got no less than, I think it was 11 grand, which was pretty good. I know some people made 6 figures on Arbitrum just from using multiple wallets that had a transaction history. So a lot of the radical headlines aren't so far-fetched when comparing it to some of those old ones. But also back in the day, the airdrop game was a lot less saturated, and there was less farmers and less Cybele farmers who would be doing it for multiple wallets, because even the meta started to become common knowledge that people would start farming it from multiple wallets, trying to get the airdrop like over and over and over and over and over again. That's how you see a lot of the users who end up making a lot from an airdrop do it. But another opportunity I feel like with airdrops is like, oh, you might feel bummed if you're not eligible, or like one that passed you by that you see has a lot of hype. There's always an opportunity with shorting, because so many people got so much money for free. Chances are that price is going to dump. I'll say 90% of the time, 90 to 95% of the time, there's going to be sell pressure right at launch from everyone who got free money. So that's to me an easy short. If there's perps available from launch right away, pop open a short right away. Or if there's like a little baby pump at the beginning, try spot a good short zone, and it's bound to come down within the first, like you said, 48 hours at least. So that could be your airdrop right there. So there's lots of opportunities around that. Yeah, and that's why I like the airdrop game, because if you're down bad, if you're new to crypto, you don't have a lot of capital, something that you can get involved with. There's ones that you can farm for on testnet. There's ones that are just low barrier to entry to build wallet history and could end up doing all right.
Yeah.
So
So
that's why
like you mentioned with Mad Labs and Wormhole, that's because they wanted the
yeah,
attention like of a strong community. So strong
exactly.
community can drive a lot of value with the right partnerships. That's why if you want to join off
Exactly.
brand, we're launching bootlegs. We're launching bootlegs. You know,
100%, 100%. And exactly, like you want a community of sophisticated holders. You want a holder base of sophisticated crypto users, people who are going to actually learn about what your token is about, see the value in it, and the right people talking about it and holding and being excited about it. So a lot of these airdrops will target NFT communities that are really strong. Like you see, of course, Pudgy Penguins get tons of
mhm.
airdrops. The Mad Lads community, you see Mammoth, you see a bunch of different ones that consistently get airdrops because projects want good holders. So
Absolutely.
that's nothing to
Yeah, they
watch for.
want a strong community to amplify their messaging.
Exactly. Amplify the messaging in strong hands as
Mhm,
well,
mhm.
right? Because airdrops in a big way is marketing as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty much like Kaito at InfoFi, but if you're in the community, you kind of just bought your way into that airdrop already.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got a couple
Exactly.
comments from Ibrahim. Can you please check Manta? Oh man, I,
I got that airdrop as well. The mounted airdrop. That was
I'm
interesting.
afraid to look at the chart
I
because I
feel like
haven't heard from them for a long time.
I haven't heard. I was about to say I haven't heard anything about Manta since the time it came out. I still have my golden
So
shovel.
since December, down. Well, from the last year, down.
I expect the
Yeah, I
worst.
mean, it's not good. It's not good.
Not
But
good.
yeah,
Definitely not
it's
good.
down. It's been downhill since the beginning of the year and kind of like steady since April. Um, Honestly, there's so many different blockchains. If they don't do anything to drive attention back to their chain, to drive like activity there for developers and users, and make that a good experience, it's kind of dead.
Yeah. I knew, honestly, I felt like right away I knew something was gonna not pop off. But right during TGE, I remember there was like a huge sort of concern because there was like a massive withdrawal from the team. They later on like said they later on like sort of gave grounds for why they withdrew it. It was like 500, like like over $100 million, like
Oh,
something
they
ridiculous. They
sold.
sold a
That's
crazy amount
crazy.
of
Yeah.
like a crazy amount of Manta, and they withdrew it from a Korean exchange.
Oh,
And
shady.
then there
So
was,
shady.
yeah, and then they're like, then someone's like, yo, what is that? And then later on, like one of the mods was like, oh, like we're just doing, like we already said we were gonna do this or something really weird there. And then from there, I hadn't really heard much from them. And then there just wasn't a lot of interesting things building on there. I know Stone did their stable coin there, and a few things were trying to sort of feed into the Manta ecosystem, but it never popped off. And I feel like they just lost so much TVL, and they lost my trust when I saw
Mhm.
that as well. Day one, literally before anyone could really receive or trade or claim their airdrop, they already had cashed out a huge amount of Manta through this one Korean exchange. So I thought that was a little weird. And even some of the KOLs they onboarded, and how they were pushing the pre-launch airdrop program and like their NFTs, it was just a few red flags for me that were like most people may not see. But yeah,
Yeah,
RIP.
yeah. So I don't think it has the momentum to recover. It's not something I would want to short just because it could be volatile. So I want something where
Yeah.
like I'm sure it's just going to go down, and I have a higher chance of making more as it continues to decline. It stabilized in April, which is like 3 months ago. So if you were shorting, you didn't make any money on that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah, you have
late.
to find the right opportunities and the right time.
You're late to the short for sure. You're late to that short.
So I'm gonna pass on
Um,
that. Talk about shorting coins and best platforms to use. So if you're gonna short coins, you need either perps or a decentralized exchange that has perps. So it's either a centralized exchange or decentralized exchange that allows that. If you're using Coinbase or Robinhood, it doesn't necessarily have those features for all the different coins. You kind of want a bigger exchange like Binance or BitGet, where they have those listings where you can take all those trades. On smaller exchanges, maybe something like Weeks, they have that, but the liquidity is so low. Like sometimes you can't even buy like $50 worth of a short. So, it depends on like how big the coin is, depends on the market cap,
Wow.
and different opportunities can appear. So, like Ika, I would probably look at that for the short term just to see how that market moves. I keep checking BitGet just to see if they launch that, and maybe I'll get a little exposure. Let me just dip my toes, as they say.
Dip your toes. I'd be like to say, man, sometimes it doesn't hurt to
Yeah.
just dip your toes, because sometimes there's no telling how far a token can dip, especially during TGE, during launch. We've seen it time and time again, especially when some of these unlocks happen. There's going to be team unlocks. There's going to be user unlocks. There's going to be VC unlocks. On top of that, a bunch of people got some free money, and a lot of people got into that pre-sale. I don't see it dipping crazy. I'm not sure how much is unlocked upfront for the Airdrop. I haven't even claimed my allocation yet. I'm going to go ahead and claim that. But I'm not sure how much you get upfront, but I'd be careful shorting this one, because not everyone was able to get into the pre-sale. And it seems like the price is trading close to what the pre-sale price was. Plus, the Airdrop recipients aren't getting all the tokens. So
the early investors don't want to take a loss, which kind of sucks if it is close to the pre-sale price, because that's a tough launch.
That's a tough launch. Our friend Landry said they bought 3,500 Ika tokens.
Oh, best of luck to you, Landry. Best of luck. We're not going to bet against you, at least for the next couple days then.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see, man. We'll see. I didn't say anything. No promises.
100x short.
We shall see.
Aker.
That's DeFi speed.
Aker. Did you already check out Kita? It's the fastest blockchain mainnet this year. Eric Schmidt, former Google CEO, invested $30 million at rank 200. He invested $30 million. The numbers are kind of crazy right now. So taking a look at it, market cap at $476 million, fully diluted at $1.7 billion. It's been up near its all-time high. It's been around for almost 4 or 5 months. I actually have never heard of this. Are you familiar with this one, Josh?
I am not familiar with Kita. I'm not. But Eric Schmidt, former Google CEO, investing 30 mil clip.
That's big.
That's nothing to ignore, in my opinion. I like to see things like that. And to what degree, definitely he has a lot of resources on that. I'm surprised I haven't heard of Kita. It's already launched, right? Because he said it's 30. Sorry, it's ranked 200. I think
it's on the whole blockchain. Testnet, so they haven't fully launched yet.
Okay.
Well, but why is it testnet and the token's live? So that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because he said it's ranked 200. What's the market cap?
$474 million.
Okay. Makes sense. That checks out. Interesting. And it looks to be, wow, it's had quite the year. Look at it.
Yeah.
Up how much on the 28,000?
Well, 15. I'd probably say like 800%, something like that, from like when you could have bought it.
That's probably, maybe it's showing like liquidity ad and stuff or something like that. But still had a very strong year. Seems like they have good backing. Yeah. If they have former Google CEO putting their money in there, that's interesting. We'd have to take a closer look, but seems like a pretty good bet, honestly.
Yeah, so could be something. I'm checking DeFi Llama, what they got there. No results for Kita in DeFi Llama, but if it is an emerging ecosystem, that could be an opportunity to be early. A little weird though that it's still in testnet, and I guess everyone is just really speculating on the price just because of Eric Schmidt So that's a tough one. You know, we like to look at other things, but if the hype is there, it'll keep going up. I haven't drank the Kool-Aid yet. I'll have to look into it a little more.
So the website to me, for what it is, looks a
Pretty
little
light.
obscure.
Yeah.
Like you said, the fact that pretty light and the fact that it's in testnet, that's interesting. I guess we'd have to look at their docs or something like that. But yeah, that's quite interesting.
So let's check out the markets, see if there's any perps there. Not really. There's not really any perps here. If you're on like L Bank and Ourbit, there's just like not any volume for you to do enough trading. So it's still early, I'd say.
Seems so.
All right. So what else we got here? Anyone bullish on DeFi? I think you just meant decentralized finance AI. There's a lot of that, but I feel like a lot of the products are similar. A lot of them seem to overlap. Whereas, like, all right, you go into this ChatGPT box and it'll do the trade for you. It'll bridge it. It'll do all the different swaps, or it'll find the best yield for you. And I don't think I've seen too many things that really stand out yet. Anything you've seen, Josh?
Yeah. So I just feel like this entire sector is just brutally competitive because of all the AI tools that we have at disposal just from the Web 2 side, plus just how many different crypto AI projects are competing with one another and trying to come out, right? Ones that do different things, ones that also cross in with Deepin. You got things like Aether, right? You have things like Render. You have things like Virtuals. These are all sort of DeFi AI, if you will. I like AI agents, but again, very competitive space. So it's tough to find the winner. Usually I'd like to run with like the biggest ones, like let's say Virtuals or things like that. But overall, it's tough to make really good picks here because it's just such a rapidly growing sector within crypto. Every day there's something new. We just talked about Opal that just dropped with Google. There's just all these new AI advancements that's happening so rapidly. We're in the middle of like an AI boom. So it's actually hard to choose the long-term winners right now. So that's my thoughts on it. To me, definitely it makes sense. Definitely it's going to be something that is here to stay, but it's tough to pick that winner with how competitive it is. And as of right now, I rather use Web 2 AI than a lot of what these Web 3 AI companies are building. That's
same here, where AI is always behind if it's going to be on Web 3. It's just wrappers. It's just doing something similar. So those are hard investments. And it hasn't been getting quite the same attention as it did when we were earlier in this year, where everyone was excited about AI, where everyone still had dreams of getting that 10x, 100x. It was kind of happening.
Yeah.
But now people have learned, like, oh, these products are terrible.
Yeah. They were going crazy early on. You had AIXBT, you had AI16Z, right? And you had Virtuals, and they were just ripping during the original AI agent season. I think that season makes a comeback or comes back in a new form, this is my final form type thing, and then can go on a run. But I'm not actively aping into any AI projects at the moment. Do you have any exposure in any of these, like Virtuals? I know you probably exited Brat. I'm not sure.
No, that's like that's a dead bag. That's still in there, but it's a dead bag. It's like not even worth it. It's not even worth it to like sell.
Not holding your breath on the bag.
I have a couple AI coins. I still have AI Kek. That was like one of my other picks. It's held up. It's not like the worst. I still think they're pretty awesome. They're doing the AI art generation for the Pengu community, for their Telegram chat. They're doing that for a lot of other meme coins. So they do like AI infrastructure stuff, which is awesome. And the team is always like ahead of the game and like implementing all the new tools as fast as possible. But it still hasn't got that much attention. It's still very niche as far as demand. But I know the team. I have the coin and still holding that. So I haven't speculated.
That's Alpha Kek.
Oh, yeah, Alpha Kek. Yeah, I haven't got into too many different AI projects. Actually, this week I did buy a little bit of this coin called Hannah. I think that's what it's called, because it's kind of like an AI agent that does InfoFi.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah, I forgot what it's exactly called, but let me look up my notifications because they actually replied to one of my posts where it's all automated through X, which is pretty awesome. So when I mentioned I changed my profile photo, I entered the competition for the Persona Journey, I guess. So if you scroll down, it's going to say I got some points somewhere just because it got some attention. Wow. Yeah, Hannah Persona.
That's some crazy.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's automated. And they have this clout system where they have this promotion where you get points. You can win like $10,000 for this promotion, like whoever can make the most noise about talking about Persona. I haven't been trying to compete just because I'm new to the community. I'm not trying to dunk on anyone here, but it is a cool feature, and this is an AI agent on virtual. So I did buy just a little bit today or yesterday. Cool. Yeah, because I thought this is pretty cool. So
that's cool. Is Persona on base as well?
I don't even know that much about Persona. I think it is on base though. I think it is on base.
You have an NFT.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I said early on that they invited me to the community. They gifted to me, and I was like, all right, I've been wanting to jump into. Been meaning to change my profile photo, as I mentioned before, because like Fuddies has been dead for a long time, and I couldn't get on board with like many of the other NFT collections on Sui because I was like, I don't know about these. So even though I own them, I didn't want to like change my profile photo to it, and I like the ones for Persona.
I like Persona, man, but you don't know which chain they.
It's on base. It is on base. Yeah,
it was on base. On base. Okay, I was gonna say. Okay, that makes sense that they did something with.
Yeah, it would have been funny if I just kept saying their name wrong. Yeah, Person. I'm on Person Journey. Yeah, and yeah, they got great art. Yeah. Who doesn't like Person Journey?
I like what they do. And bounties and things like that are actually a very effective way to grow the community, to be honest. And we should do something like that for off-brand when we do
off-brand bootlegs.
Our NFT projects. Yeah, the bootleg.
Just like a little street vendor, just like a little cloth on the.
Exactly. Street sign.
That would be pretty good.
I like that.
You know, you could kind of think of like Link, Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Link, like a little merchant. They have their stuff on the floor. That's what kind of what we're selling. We're providing that experience.
I like that. I like that. Somebody's asking about crypto devices. That's something that you're usually bullish on. I know earlier on we spoke about you having a sweet play, right? And different crypto devices, deep in devices, to my experience, haven't been all that. How do you feel about them?
I'm selling. I got the 2 Seekers. I got 2 sweet plays. I got the Solana play coming out, which is like their Game Boy device. Any airdrops, I'm selling. I'm cashing in.
Okay, so you have 3 of them. I didn't know you have the Seeker as well. So is that what used to be called the Saga? They changed the name to Seeker?
So Saga, that was the first generation. The second generation phone is the Seeker. So instead of calling it Saga 2, let's call it Seeker.
Did you see any airdrops from having the Seeker?
No, not yet. So I'm sure there's a website. Someone was tracking it. I think it's like maybe $100 right now, and the phone was like 500. So not too bad. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. Hopefully the phone's decent, but it's not a phone I'd use like at a crypto convention. People know that there's crypto on that. Rob that guy.
And so you still haven't gotten your Seeker yet.
It's supposed to be out next month.
Okay, next month. And then now there's also, I didn't know there was also a competitor to the Sweet Play on Sol. Yeah. So there's a Sol gaming device.
It's a little simplified.
Is it another Steam Deck like device?
No. So Sui is kind of like the Steam Deck, and the Play Solana, not Solana Play. That's Play Solana is like a Game Boy.
Oh,
so not bad.
That was pretty cool.
It was a little cheaper.
I wonder what kind of games are going to be on there.
So
I wonder what type of games are going to be on there.
We'll have to wait and see. This should be out soon too. But I kind of like the more simplified device like this, where it's just like super lightweight.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of DGen games, but I'm here for it.
Casino games.
So, but I wanted to emphasize Play Solana because the Sui's gaming device is called Sui Play, so you can't like mix them up too much.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It almost sounds like they took the name from one
Mm-hmm.
another. But the play Solana, I didn't even know about that. I wonder if are you bullish on Solana gaming? I'm not bullish on gaming altogether
Gaming's
quite
tough.
yet. So I'm not sure which the best chain is for gaming. I hear a lot of things about AVAX being the
Mm-hmm.
gaming chain. I hear about what was that? There was one chain that used to have so much hype around gaming. I never hear about them
Ronin,
anymore either. Something there's Ronin, but not Ronin. Another EVM one. They were like one of the hottest ones. Something X,
XAI.
not XAI. That's another one. But anyway, it's supposed to be the chain of
Oh,
gaming.
I
Once I
remember.
once I
Like it
find it,
was, it was part of Illuvium. I can't
yes,
remember the name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
can't remember. See, that goes to show we can't even remember the
Cause
name, and this was supposed to be the gaming revolution for
yeah, it
Web
was the
three,
blockchain for
and you see
GameStop. I gotta look it up. GameStop block immutable. Is that what you're talking about?
Immutable X. See, I told you something
Yeah,
X. Yes,
they've
Immutable X.
disappeared. I
Immutable
have not
X.
seen anything about them on X.
Exactly. Yes, look at everyone's in the chat now saying
Yeah.
immutable,
All right, they
IMX,
caught up.
immutable.
They caught up to the chat.
Yeah, chat. What do you guys think about immutable, man? Let us know in the chat because we haven't heard about it. We totally forgot the name. As you guys saw live on the chat, are they building anything meaningful? It was supposed to be the biggest gaming chain. I feel like there's nothing really going on there. I'm not sure how much value creation was there. This was like I feel like a 2022, 2021 coin, almost making a transition into Dino status. So what's happening with
I think,
IMX?
yeah, they kind
Let
of
us know.
fell off, man. I mean, they still have their tweets. It's still getting some engagement, but I haven't heard about them in over a year.
Mondi says yes, they're still alive.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like maybe
Let's check the chart. We got to check the chart.
Okay, yeah, chart says it all. But I feel like maybe just crypto gaming altogether, down 62% on the year. Crypto gaming altogether hasn't caught its stride. So that's probably what's holding it down. If you're all about gaming, then it's going to be hard to catch a bid.
In a year where Bitcoin hit an all-time high, it's severely underperforming Bitcoin.
Severely.
So yeah, I don't have a lot of hope in immutable at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, gaming is tough, because it's hard to generate that demand for all the tokens they're giving away.
Exactly. As I said in previous episodes, I feel like that whole sector is in beta. Someone here said they're still making money on IMX. Good for you. Congrats. Definitely not just by holding IMX because it's down on the year. But maybe there's some, maybe there's some fun things to do on the chain with some different things. I haven't been following that, but I feel like crypto gaming isn't quite established enough yet. And once there is, let's say, a crypto GameFi season, that's when that maybe ecosystems like that would take off. But I feel like if there's nothing really happening in GameFi besides, I guess, off the grid is what everyone always kind of falls back to say. Then, but beyond that, there's not a crazy amount of demand, right? Mumu said they're doing buybacks.
Wild is doing buybacks. So let's see
Wow.
what's Wild. Wilder Coin. I think we went over this in another stream recently, that it is a game, and the last month has been pretty good. Past 7 days, so they've kind of hit their. Well, they're doing all right. They're doing all right this month. I'm not familiar with this at all. Even though we went over it, I think I just forgot already. It's just a game, early access. I guess it's on the Epic Game Store. Largest multiplayer metaverse ever created. Watch the trailer. All right. I did not know. I did not have it up. All right. I just realized you guys were still looking at me. So. I got to see some gameplay.
Okay.
I don't. It's all right. This looks bad. I don't know, guys.
The motion.
Yeah. I don't know. This looks like
the physics look a
it
little
looks
funny.
a little slow.
The physics
that's such a slow kick.
Funny. Nah.
I'll see.
The graphics don't look bad per se, but the physics just look a little clunky.
I mean, it said it's using Unreal Engine, which a lot of games do. So it kind of has that generic style of Unreal Engine. But at least the coin is doing well, which is hard, which like it's very rare for a gaming coin to do.
Welcome to Miami.
Oh, Wild Miami. I get it.
Interesting. Interesting. Honestly, the graphics look pretty good. The mechanics and the physics of the game look really funny. It looks like Master Chief here. That's pretty funny. I don't know how that's gonna do. I don't know what the type of demand is going to pull, but one thing I noticed with GameFi last cycle, there's games that would build a ton of hype from their trailers and from their renders, and then the game would come out and it would just be trash. Like when you actually play it, you remember that one? What was that Pokemon spinoff that when their characters launched on OpenSea, it went so viral for how ugly it
was. Yeah, I can't remember, but it actually picked back up because like. It was so ugly. It started getting demand
because it was so mean. Something Mon,
Pixelmon. That's right.
Pixelmon built on top of that one metaverse. See how many projects just come and die. And
like
so
if we haven't heard it in the last year, it just disappears from our mind.
Yeah, it was built on top of Sandbox, Pixelmon. Yeah, and then they updated the characters to look a lot better, but they still have the original. Oh, sorry, I was getting a call. They still have the original. I think it was Greg or whatever his name was, because it looks so ugly, that one character. But yeah, interesting. GameFi to me is just it's a funny path. I usually avoid GameFi tokens, and again, until I see a proper establishment of that sector.
Yeah, we'll watch Wild. I mean, if it starts going down, you might want to short that on Mexi or Weeks. Just because
I'd rather short.
Right now it has that momentum. I'm not going to short it. If it starts losing that momentum, people are going to start selling, and we know what happens. And it's very rare for there to be perps for like a GameFi project. They know better.
They know better.
GameFi, D-Pin, no perps. They know, no perps.
They know better. GameFi, D-Pin. It's like, I don't want to call them Ponzi's, but it's like putting perps on a Ponzi. You know that it's eventually going to come crashing down. So everyone is getting some sort of reward token, right? Everyone's getting some sort of reward token for playing the game. You're going to want to sell it. Say, hey, I'm making money playing video games. But if everyone is doing that, that's just always going to be downward sell pressure on the token. And that's why they don't have perps on them, because a lot of these in-game economies or in-game token systems in practice, it sounds amazing, but if everyone is earning these tokens, the price is just inevitably going to go down forever, and you're going to be earning less and less and less every time you play, and that's going to get users to leave the game. So that's why you never see GameFi projects actually last that long, the games themselves. I believe there was a tweet, I could send it to you in a private chat, by Meepo, this one project.
Oh yeah, Meepo's great. He does like great reviews on GameFi.
Yeah, he does. I think he just partnered with Star Atlas.
I saw that.
He's super legit. But and then you see Yuga Labs. I see that tweet too. That's funny. But there are games that literally would be up for just not long at all, even just a month or less.
And they close down. Yeah.
Say, hey guys, and they close down. So we've seen a lot of GameFi projects actually dissolve and just go away. I can't see the tweet right now. Oh yeah, here it is. So it's called Tokyo Beast. After only 2 months, I'll send you the tweet so you can pull it up for everyone to see. After only 2 months, one of the quote unquote best games in all of Web3 completely died, and they dissolved and they shut down their services and are shutting down their community. Private investors, some of them got some sort of a refund of their money back. I believe Meepo, he states that even he was an investor with over 10K invested. And yeah, this represents the Web3 gaming space right now. Tokyo Beast had a ton of hype and was supposed to be one of the best games. But as you can see, 2 months in, they had to shut down shop. And that's just like a testament to the state of Web3 gaming. It's not quite ready yet. It's still in the incubator as a sector, and we need to see some proper catalyst to make this thing a reality. I'm hoping GTA 6 kind of helps with that in a way. Maybe they build, like I said, a good kind of in-game economy. There's rumor to use blockchain rails. Definitely that would move the needle. But till then, I'm not touching game.
Yeah, same here. It's a risky bet. So let's say we are close to 90 minutes now. I think we should start wrapping up. I think we have questions. We dove deep. We got into a little bit of news. talked a little bit, talked a little shit, but there's always the next day. So, for hanging out, please be sure to like and follow Josh. A airdrop stream that would. There's a couple events I'm headed to the rest of this week, so we'll kick back things on Sunday morning U.S. time, Sunday night Asia, if that works.
Yep, that's good.
Awesome. So, see you guys, Josh.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Definitely be sure you like, subscribe, and follow us for more alpha. Join us in the off-brand Discord. I think link is in Dan's description on YouTube. You can find us there if you want to talk crypto, talk airdrops, market analysis. Whenever we're not live, you can find us in there. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, I guess Sunday morning.
Awesome. Right. Catch you guys later. We'll answer questions that you might have had in the Discord. I know it's late, so we're going to end it here. So this is just me talking as I'm about to hit end stream, because the stream is always 30 seconds behind, and I don't want to cut it off too early, or we're not going to get this portion